very exciting. It's just so interesting to see so many horses from different regions competing. And look, in the 10 years since I worked here full time, it's just great to see how strong the locals are. Off the top of my head, I think they're getting better at it every year. I think the one thing that on an international day, the meeting ends very quickly. Straight after the last race, everything's finished and everyone goes. It'd be nice if people could a bit of the Australian atmosphere and relax and mingle a bit after. Yeah, or something. Not like at the races. They've got every people at Sha-Tin, and then everyone goes. The traffic's horrendous leaving. Why not hold them there for another hour or so and have a bit of fun? The Hong Kong mile, I just thought he was exceptional. When he accelerated, goosebumps for me. Just brilliant. Probably John Moore's 4 wins is an incredible effort on a big day. 2 internationals. And I was very happy with my run. I thought my horse ran really well. He was the first international home in the race, so very happy. Yeah, look, I haven't seen him a lot, but I just look at his stats. He's just exceptional, isn't he? Like and he does it everywhere he rides. So you'd be a fool not to be a fan of Moreira. The Magic Man's not a bad name, I think. The Demon, I had a lot of Class 1 winners with. He was never my actual jockey, but he rode a lot of good winners for me. He's a mate of mine, and the old bloke had a good day today, didn't he? If I've got a horse good enough, I'll always come back. I just enjoy the international competition, seeing all the rivals. It's just you've got to have one good enough to come back. So I'm building up a really good team again. So hopefully I'll have regular horses to come back. Australia's difficult. A couple of things we have in Australia: terrific stake money in the big races, and so that holds you home, and the difficulty of quarantine. We have the most sort of, I think, ridiculous quarantine standards. The horses here aren't sick, yet my horse is in lock-up for 2 weeks now, and then he arrives in Australia and he's in lock-up for nearly 3 weeks. So he's 5 weeks away from his regular training routine. So I'd say if Australia could review, and please do it, our horses will be competing a lot more overseas. But you just have to be in no man's land for so long, where the English horses will be back in their English stables in no time. And they race for peanuts, so why wouldn't you come here?
Look, there's many measures of International Day and the success of the day, but I think the excitement generated by the 4 wonderful Group 1 races was just fantastic. To see Flintshire come out and improve on his run in the Arc, to improve on his run in the Breeders' Cup, and to come out and win in a race where the pace was probably against him, I thought was fantastic. Hong Kong back to dominance in this sprint was obviously a real excitement for the crowd. Abel Friend, a world-class performance by any measure in the mile, was fantastic. And then to see Criterion sprint clear in the Cup and to be run down by 2 outstanding Hong Kong horses, I thought really capped the day off with Designs on Rome just inching military attack. So all in all, most of the measures for the club have really been targeted and hit well, and I thought the crowd, the entertainment of the day, and then the fitting finale of the fireworks was just fantastic. For me, certainly the highlight's a toss of the coin between Flintshire, who I just thought was magnificent, coming from back off the pace, and then Abel Friend, completely dominating performance in the mile. And the other great thing I think is that for the club is that we've had 24 horses compete today from overseas, all of them back in their barns, fitting well, and that's always a wonderful thing to have for the club, to make sure that team effort that we have, everybody looking after the horses, everyone looking after our guests, has been really well rewarded with very happy connections from all around the world, in addition to the local owners here. From my perspective, we have to keep improving the quality of horse we get here to compete, and that's simply because Hong Kong is and the trainers in Hong Kong are now so good at picking their very best horses on this day. We have to have horses that can come out from overseas and compete in the mile. And we have to see the owners and trainers from around the world recognise that racing here in Hong Kong is not just about the prize money, but it's also the value add that you've got from east meets west, north meets south. That this mixing pot can really prove a horse for future stud value. Ben's doing a great job in really lifting his profile and his own brand, and I'm sure he's got a great career ahead of him because I think he's a wonderful performer and a great artist. I don't think you ever change the trainer when the horse is performing well, and Ben's obviously performing very well at the moment and got a great following. But I think it's like any artist. I mean, we were talking about the equine artists today in terms of the horse and how good they've been. I'm sure that for Ben, he wants to take his brand more globally, and that's all about exposing in different parts. And let's just think that it's not just about being able to perform in racetrack venues, but on bigger stages as well. And I think that's where the future lies for Ben, is to go ahead and to really expand his global reach.